All right, still in DC. I just had a profound thought, and I'm putting this on my video diary, video journal, whatever. I have several journals, written format and not. Okay, so this profound thought I just had was about how I'm going to try and put it in layman's terms for you plebeians to understand. Okay, what pisses me off about string theory and these quantum mechanics and things like that is kind of the same thing that used to trouble Albert Einstein with quantum mechanics. Is that, if you ever end up following my Facebook, I guess you could blame this on third intelligence. Okay, so you got these people trying to figure out string theory, and quantum mechanics, and they keep doing these amazing, complicated mathematical equations to solve certain problems, or to illustrate that they have all these. There's so many dimensions out there. There's hundreds of them, and things like that, and that we can't really see the bigger picture in these other dimensions. That we're only stuck looking at the third dimension. Okay, we're not stuck looking at the third dimension. We're living in the third dimension. All those other dimensions they keep illustrating with mathematics is two-dimensional realms, fiction. Their mathematics should back this up eventually, or already has. Okay, three concentric rings that cannot be separated. That Buddha, the first Buddha, proved to be true, and that Einstein proved to be true. Now, back to what I was talking about. These guys dedicate their lives. This one guy I watched about living in Hawaii dedicated his life to string theory and mathematics, and I watched this video not too long ago on YouTube about hacking reality, and about how there's this. It opens with, you've always been in that pool. You've always been in this car. You've always been in this race. You've always been in this. Well, they don't say race, but Anyhow, back to what pisses me off about quantum mechanics. Not quantum mechanics. These quasi-quantum realms. You're never going to get past the third dimension. These other dimensions don't really control us. They don't oversee us or anything like that. We oversee them. We're the writers. We're the dictators. Well, maybe not the dictators, but so check it out. When you're watching TV, what you're observing, those fictional realities, they're fiction. Those mechanics, they shouldn't have such sway and pull and superimposition over one's free will. I've experienced this myself. I didn't really start experiencing those things until I moved to out west. Now I'm back east. So for example, and I hate this example, is I read this book, Good Omens. Okay, only read it twice. The first time I read it, I got to this part where my favorite character in there kept going by A.J. Crowley, and when he announced his name as Anthony J. Crowley, I kind of freaked out, but I didn't let it bother me that bad. The second time I read the book, I read about how there's this one of the four horsemen or whatever in the book where he's talking about how pollution can be beautiful. And I was walking one day, and I was walking across this bridge, and I had a bunch of Sharpies that I had bought, like actual Sharpie markers. And I took them and stuck them in a styrofoam container, like a leftover thing or whatever. And then I threw it off the bridge. Like, how is that beautiful? How is what I read influenced or bent my will to make me do something like that? So there I go, destroying your quantum illusions and things of that nature. Okay, that's all I got for this profound thought in this video journal. Talk to you later.